Hey foodies, today we're making a roasted red pepper and sweet potato soup. Now, it feels like fall is around the corner, and that says one thing to me: it is nearly soup season. Now, the great thing about soups is they're incredibly cheap and easy to make. Just like this one, which is coming in at just under $5 per batch, which works out less than $1 per serving. Plus, only coming in at 163 calories per serving. So, let's get into it. First, we're going to start off by roasting our red peppers. Drizzle with a little olive oil and then roast them in an oven set at 200 degrees Celsius or about 390 Fahrenheit. While the peppers are in the oven, roughly chop your onions and garlic. Once the red peppers have a little bit of colour on them, remove them from the oven. Leave them to rest until they're a little bit cool and then cut off the flesh. Try and leave all the seeds away from the flesh. Next, peel your sweet potatoes and dice them. They don't need to be perfect, as we are going to boil these and puree them later. I think this soup is pure magic in a bowl. Not only is it cheap, it's flavourful, and the amount per serving, it just keeps you full for longer. Let me know in the comments below your favourite soup, or if you're not a fan of soups at all. I'd like to hear it. Put a pan on a medium heat and add a drizzle of olive oil. Drop in your onions and garlic and let them cook without colour. Once the onions have started to soften, you can now add your sweet potato and continue to cook without colour again. After a minute or so, add your made up stock cube to the pan and bring to the boil. Once boiling, reduce the heat and put a lid on. We want to cook the sweet potatoes until they're soft, which roughly should take about 30 minutes or so. Check them after 30 minutes. Once the sweet potatoes are very soft, add your roasted red peppers to the pan and cook for a further 5 minutes. Remove the pan from the stove and using an immersion blender, blend the soup until smooth, making sure to get all lumps of vegetables. Now this step is completely optional, but if you are using butter beans in a can, drain off the liquid first and leave them to dry for about 5 minutes. Then add them to the pan of soup, giving it a good stir. Cook for a further 5 minutes and then we'll check the seasoning and serve. I finished the soup with a dollop of creme fraiche, but that's completely optional. It tastes good with or without it, and if you're watching the calories, I can't understand if you left it out. Now I used butter beans in this recipe simply because I had a can of butter beans in the back of my cupboard, which needed eating, quite frankly. But if you wanted to substitute those butter beans out for something else, like a haricot bean or even chickpeas, go ahead and do that. This dish would work perfectly with either of those two. But if you do use chickpeas, just make sure you cook the chickpeas for an extra 5 minutes longer. So if you thought this dish was super, yeah, I did that again. Let me know in the comments below, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell to make sure you stay up to date with all of my videos as soon as they're available, just like this one just here.